What's going on, all you beautiful miners out there? It is Saturday. Today's Saturday, right? Yeah, today's Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. So it is Saturday. Time for our live stream. Talk about some stuff. It's been a pretty crazy, interesting week for crypto. How do you guys feel about it? How's your guys' week been through this week for crypto mining? Are you guys getting excited? Can you kind of feel the tension rising as we're getting so close at altcoin season? Even though it's not quite here, we're so close and we can just feel it in our bones. So it's going to be very exciting times for miners here very, very soon. But yeah, interesting. So let's do a roll call over here in the Twitch. I do see Scafer. What is happening? Chris McClaskey. What is happening? Hey there. Happy Saturday to you too. Coming in the tubester here. Let's see who we got in the house right off the get-go. First one.
Red Potts is in the house, mining with nuclear power. Absolutely insanely cheap.
We got Ogre MGTOW here. Oh, right here. Oh, I don't know if my buttons work for this. I gotta double check this, but we do have the one and only Budweiser. Yeah, it looked like it worked because it had an update and I didn't check it before the stream started. So awesome. Looks like it worked there. All crypto is in the house. What is it? 100 Air. What's going on? 100 Air. What's happening? Crypto Rich Rick. What is happening? The Pirate. Crypto Pounder 4, Ace K, what's happening? Ninja Kid again. Eric Duff is in the house. Ninja Kid, Jock McMiner UK. Not too many people rocking. Not too much crazy chat today. What's going on? What's up? Are you guys feeling okay? Are you guys feeling all right? Come on. What do we got? Carly. We got Radiant waiting 15 RX zeros. That is insane. You're waiting for 15 RX zeros. Wow, that was crazy, absolutely crazy. But you know what? Hopefully those ROI for you extremely fast before all the big boys go online. What do we got here? Bazinga_X, thank you very much for the US $20 right at opening. The opening screen, you said Rabid will be live when Bitcoin hits $1 million. You're live. So where's my million? LOL, as always, beer buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wish it was $1 million. That'd be pretty nice, huh? Don't you think? We'd have big fat smiles on our face. Actually, I wouldn't, because I don't really have any Bitcoin, because I feel it's gonna climb the least amount compared to every other coin. Yeah, we're gonna see a nice 3 to 4x on Bitcoin, but I don't think we're gonna see a lot more on the alts. We just hope we have the right alts to manage that. Obviously, Bitcoin is the safest bet here, but yeah, that's for crypto traders and investors. We're a mining channel, so we don't really care about trading and buying coins and things like that. We talk about crypto mining efficiencies and hash rates and, all the good stuff. But what else was I going to mention? Oh, yeah, and when it comes to home miners, we don't really care about Bitcoin because it doesn't make any sense to really mine Bitcoin for us based on the majority of our power bills out there. Anyway, continuing on, we got all the GPU miners are in Panda Stream, Ninja Kid. Oh, is Panda streaming still right now? Oh, I thought he's usually done by now. When did he? Unless he started right when I started, that would suck. But yeah, they are on Pandas. Okay, Panda's streaming right now. Rumors saying China will be lifting the crypto ban in their country. I thought they already did that. Didn't they already do that? I seen a lot of rumors that they were doing that. I thought it already happened. Maybe it didn't. So who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. Was that do Caralio Rab mine? No problems with 2 free power. They are for mine on solo mining only. Yeah, if you got free power, it doesn't matter. Mine whatever the heck you want. Buy the cheapest garbage you can get your hands on. Everything is profitable. Cheap power is like dreamland for most of us. Because remember, when we're catering to home miners here, we're talking about people that have like at least 15-cent power plus. I'm lucky and I'm currently around 11 to 12 cent USD, which is around 15.5 cents Canadian. But, people that are less than that obviously don't have to worry about much when it comes to power bills. And then when it does come, like most of us out there, though, like 15 plus 20 cents, 30 cents. Some of you guys have 45-cent power. You really got to look at things differently. You really got to make calculated decisions on what to turn on. Lucky Miner 1V07 versus Bidax 401 Super was net versus Nano. Which is best solo mining? I'm not sure which one the Lucky Miner LV07. I'm not sure. The Bidax, I think, is the most it's the most efficient. There is a new BitAxe coming based on the latest S21 chip of Bitmain, so that's going to be probably the next best one. But it's way more expensive versus something like the Nano. So because the Nano's not using much power in the first place, and it's quite a bit more in hash rate, the Nano is probably the best one of all those. But I never really looked into the Lucky Miner, so I can't really say exactly what the Lucky Miner is. I'm sure we could Google it though and take a look at it. But Andy A, RAB100, I just renting some Kaspa miners for tomorrow KRC20 launch. Oh, you're gonna do some renting, I see. Be careful with that though. Because depending where you're renting from, I don't know, mining rig rentals, nice hash and stuff, as demand grows, it could get very expensive to rent that hash rate. So be very careful. It might look cheap today. Tomorrow it might be very expensive to rent that same hash. So keep an eye on those prices here and don't just throw in blind list type of bids. You know, I never really rented hash rate much, so I'm not sure how that works. You just set a bid and hopefully it hits, or, you know, if you hit like a market bid, which is like a market buy, if it'll just capitalize you to the top, and then you could end up wasting a lot of money. But yeah, KRC20 tokens set to happen tomorrow in like just under 24 hours. So it's 11. It's supposed to happen at 6 in the morning my time. So 6. So there's 5 hours. So about 19 hours away from right now, KRC20 should hit. I expect about an hour or two after that to happen to when things really start spiking. So by the time we wake up tomorrow, at least me anyway, we're starting to see some fees spike. But keep in mind, guys, it's not going to be long term. It's not going to happen for a long time here. It's only during minting, which means as people mint, you know, people mint the Nacho coin, they're bringing on a new asset. You know, you go out there and make, example, if I went to say Rabid coin, I'm not going to, but I'm saying if I went to mint it, I got to spend a bunch of Kaspa, and that's when the fees are going to block. When everyone's doing the initial minting, creating the coin, once all that part is done, then it's just normal transaction fees of sending the coins around and sending Kaspa around stuff, and that's going to be very cheap and not increase the block rewards, probably at all, because that's the point of Kaspa, is to be very cheap in that. So it's only when people are minting the new coins for the first time that we're going to see that spike. So unless there's going to be thousands of coins being minted every day for the rest of our lives, then we can count on that to happen constantly. But I really think after a couple days, we're probably just going to see it lie flat, and then it's going to be something like, oh, remember when this was like this and stuff like that. It'll just kind of lay low. And right now, mining profitability on Kaspa isn't looking too hot. Now, network hash rate is exploding, and it's just absolutely insane. Like, Kaspa's not even the top miners by quite a bit anymore. Let's take a look at the profitability of the miners right now. Coming into mining now, we can see that everything is stacked up on ALEPH. Where's our first K heavy hash miner is right here, the KS5 Pro 21 terahash. It's down to only $18 a day right now. And, you know, it used to be loaded up with all the Kaspa miners are always the top 5 for sure. Now we're seeing them slowly drop behind ALEPH. Again, ALEPH is going to turn into the same situation here. And once all these big miners start going online, depending on how many come, everything's going to drop. That's why I think, you know, long term, when it comes to like looking for long-term rewards, you know, networks that are already have been saturated and they've been there for a while, Script and ETH hash probably will eventually slowly creep up here. We're still seeing L9 here is at the bottom of this top. How many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the top 10 right here. We see L9 in 10th place at only 15 something. But I think long term here, eventually, as all these networks get saturated with so much expensive hash rate, that these miners are going to slowly start creeping up. And I feel they're a lot better long term. Like, oh, it's crazy. When I first turned this L9 on, I've been used, like, I'd never had an L7. I always wanted one, never had one, but usually I've been mining, you know, Script with like the gold shell miners and stuff. And then when I turned this thing on and looked at a couple days worth of like earnings and stuff and the amount of coins, like yield I'm getting out of this thing on a network that already has, you know, a decent amount of hash rate because it's been ASIC for years now. And it's almost like I feel like I have a cheat code on. You know, you play a game and you have cheat code. It's like easy mode. I turned this thing on versus a gold shell miner. I'm like, holy crap, is this legal? Are you allowed to make that many coins? Like, it's insane. I was like, holy crap. I'm used to making like, you know, 20 Dogecoin a day or something, you know, 0.0001 Litecoin. And then now they got the Bells coin. Now I'm like over 200 freaking Doge a day and almost 0.05 Litecoin and not like 3 or 4 Bells coins a day. I'm like, holy crap, this is freaking pretty damn amazing. I'm like, I love this thing. If it wasn't so expensive right now, I think I want to get more. Now the batch numbers are getting cheaper as they move on, but long term, I really feel Ethash and Script is really good for home miners, where these are just so expensive and they die very, very fast. Now, obviously, long term, Kaspa could see $1 plus, lithium could we see $20, $30, $40, $50 plus, things like that, where our yields are really good right now, especially on a lithium where you have the AL zeros and stuff. There isn't really much hash rate hitting it yet, but eventually that hash rate will hit and these numbers are going to drop severely. But again, we don't know what these coins could end up pumping to. But we also got to think next bear market. Don't just think right now to this cycle. Do you plan on buying a miner and then it's going to be dead in 1 year? That would suck. Obviously, hopefully you get your money and everything back out of it, which most of these should get it through a lithium and Kaspa pumps. But leading into the next bear market, I really have a strong feeling that Kaspa, we probably might not even be talking about it anymore, because as we know, altcoins and everything, they spike and then they're dead, and we got to wait another 4 years. And Kaspa block rewards are going to be so freaking low by the time in 2 years, like end of next year is the peak bull run. Altcoin season, we don't know what time and month and stuff like that Kaspa and Aleph and stuff will pump, but probably a couple months after that pump, it's going to be down to nothing and pretty much be stale for the next 4 years. And that next bear market, we probably won't be mining Kaspa and Alephium and some of these coins. But we'll have to see if the cycles play out different this time. Everyone always says it's different this time when things are pumping, and I never feel it's different. I always feel the cycles are true. And that's where long term, I'm coming into, maybe Script, Ethash and stuff like that is, for us in mining through the bear markets, collecting those coins, because we're not really going to be getting much, especially on Kaspa and stuff, when those coins are next to nothing. But anyway, we'll have to see what happens. It'll be a very interesting cycle this round to see how it goes out. Do you guys agree, disagree? Layla, what's going on, Layla? What are you doing, Layla? Rabid, Iceriver ruined the market. Yeah, well, yes and no. It's really hard to say, coming in, I know you're affiliated with Bitmain and everything, obviously, but Bitmain's miners are always so expensive. They are loud, and everyone, I remember going to even some of the, not going to anything, I don't have a password, so I don't go, but when there's Twitter spaces and stuff like that, and I remember when Bitmain, was it the Litecoin one, or was it, I can't remember, or maybe it was the ETC one, I can't remember which one it was months ago. But the biggest question everyone always asks is Bitmain ever going to make smaller miners, something smaller for the home miner? Because as a home miner, people don't want to be using, over 3,000 watts. A lot of them don't have 240 volts. Some live in apartments. You don't want the loud noises. And, the only company they really had was Goldshell for these miners. And as we know, Goldshell sucks. Bottom line, they're actually doing pretty good with their latest Alephium AL box in terms of price, but their efficiency still sucks. So then long term, these miners aren't very good. So the only option was Goldshell. Now, Iceriver actually came in and did what home miners needed, and they made these little AL0 boxes and AL1s and, the little Kaspa boxes. And this is exactly what home miners wanted and needed and has been asking Bitmain to do. So if Bitmain would actually adopt this type of market, that could be pretty insane, having the top efficiency chips in a little home miner and priced fairly decently. Then Bitmain could capitalize on the entire market. Now, that would probably add way too much centralization to one single manufacturer entity, but that's where Iceriver did come in. And, that's what really pulled in all the home miners. So saying Iceriver maybe capitalized on this was they were more consumer friendly. They adopted to the crowd that wanted it. They adopted to the crowd that people that watch YouTube. The mining farms don't watch YouTube. Hut 8 don't care what I'm mining. Hut 8 don't care what the efficiency I'm checking out on a miner is, but us as home miners, that's where the information and stuff comes from a lot of times. So that's really, where Iceriver did capitalize. Then when they came with the KS, the L versions of their miners, it came in with the lowest price per hash rate that you always get, which is another thing, best price per hash. It wasn't as efficient, but it still wasn't stupid efficient like the worst Goldshell miners. So they're a middle ground efficiency with the cheapest price as well. So I think Iceriver came in and really They were more on the consumer side friendly. At the end of the day, though, they're all freaking expensive, right? You know, and then you see price drops. Like I just got my KS5L there, and I got to kind of undercut it at a decent price, and it was $4,100. I only had it on for a week, and then I sent it away to ship or to hosting, and then, you know, a week for shipping there, and then, you know, a couple days to get it turned on and everything. So, you know, it was off for like 2 weeks there. After I've only had it for 3 weeks, pretty much. Bottom line, only mine for a week, and then the price went down to only $1,900, so over 50% less. So lost a lot of money ordering that machine, and you know, and it's just crazy, absolutely crazy stuff with this market for sure. So the only hopeful I have there is obviously Kaspa needs to go to about $100, and then, you know, we could ROI that thing pretty fast. But craziness. I'm scrolling up now to see what's going on, any ads and tags and things like that. So no problems. Okay, we went to the free power thing. I just started renting. Okay, we saw that. It is set price. What is set price? But they're gonna lose the war. Oh, but they're gonna lose the war. Okay, Iceriver and Bitmain are at war. That's gonna be insane. That's gonna be an insane battle for sure. And speaking of the start of that war, this is probably it right here. Look at this. The biggest, baddest current Kaspa miner just got a big drop in price. As we can see, like, it doesn't have the price here, but coming into Miner Bros, it is looking freaking like $3,400 for the KS5 20 terahash miner. Highest hash rate, highest efficiencies, boom. But we got to wonder what's actually going on here. Are they catering to us because, you know, the profits are dropping quite a bit? I think there's probably new miners coming. They're getting rid of their stock, and they're trying to dump it because pretty soon we're going to go from 20 terahash to freaking 35 to 40 terahash is probably what their next miner is going to be. And then, you know, the network hash rate's going to explode even more. So I'm up in the air how I feel about this. Would I recommend buying these? Probably not. I do feel like something bigger is going to be coming. Now, you got to remember the FOMO stage, especially tomorrow. If we start seeing Kaspa reward blocks shooting up, like what's the current block reward on Kaspa right now? Let's go to Kaspa Explorer here. Current block reward on Kaspa is sitting at, what is this? Current prio fee, 1 Kaspa per gram. Talking drug talk here or something? What is that? Anyway, I'm just kidding. We got block reward of 87.31. Like, what if we end up seeing for a day or two possible 300 plus block rewards? That could be insane. You know, we're over 3xing what we're mining right now. And when this kicks in, everyone's going to be looking at the mining calculators and the profit calculators and pumping the crap out of Kaspa and how profitable it is. People are going to FOMO in, buy all these miners 2 days later when they finally, well, a week later they'll ship, but, you know, a couple days later after they already made their purchases, we're going to see it drop down and be easy again and be back to not very profitable. So it's just a crazy round cycle constantly happening. What do we got? Bitmain is the reason for what? It just jumped on me. Just looking around. Look at RXD and the pool. So many RX zeros coming. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the pools here. That's RXD and the pools. So I did talk to Iceriver actually the other day, and they said their first batch of Humple's rocking up in here. But their Iceriver's first batch of the RX zeros, they said was very, very small. They didn't even expect them to sell out. Obviously, profits are high. Everyone's going to buy them. First miner, get them. I don't know how, you know, they're probably making that up. They really expected them to sell out. But they said there wasn't very much. But the next batch, I'm not sure the date yet. We have to they should check their website, see if they have it. But I expect the next batch to be pretty freaking big to accommodate all that. So, yeah, right now we are definitely seeing hash rate spikes. Like, where was this thing? 268 terahash. So yeah, we've pretty much we doubled the network hash rate already in the past week. So insanely stuff happening there. Price needs to keep going up. Come on, we need more price. That's not happening. We need a new miner to release. Iceriver's got to announce the RX3 or Bitmain announce something. Hey, Layla, is Bitmain going to do something for Radiant? See, now you're here. You got inside information. Do you think, like, even a maybe is good enough to yes for us? Do you think Bitmain is going to look into Radiant, or are they already? That's going to be interesting. What Iceriver started dropping Kaspa miners and sells more. Bitmain is following the same strategy. More miners will be online. Community will complain always. That's that's a 100% right there, Layla. As all the miner prices drop and people are like, oh yeah, they're super cheap. Yes, I got to buy more. And yeah, we're gonna constantly see the hash rate climb, and all everyone will do will be like, the hash rate's too high, and then it's getting higher, and then it's gonna get higher. It's a never-ending thing. Ultimately, it comes down to one thing. If it's for radium, if it's for freaking Kaspa, if it's for Alephium, do you 100% believe that coin is going to moon? Because always remember, there's a chance. For all we know, Kaspa could have peaked already. We don't know. We're hoping it freaking goes to $1 plus, but how do we know 20 cents wasn't already its peak? Maybe it already peaked this early. It's possible some coins do peak this year, we could see. But, obviously, most likely that's not the case here. We're expecting it. But do you truly believe into it? Because always have, reason that it might not. Maybe it already peaked. People don't really want to use Kaspa because everyone's using Ethereum now. And the funny thing is, I went to send some Ethereum the other day, or some coins on Ethereum. And I think I can't remember, I sent like $1,500, $2,000 in other tokens. And it only costed me 70 cents. I was like, is Ethereum broken? I put the tweet out, says, Ethereum broken, guys? Because this thing didn't cost me anything in transaction fees using the Ethereum network. Like, what? What happened here? Obviously, there's no demand. No one's probably minting a stupid meme coin or something, and those fees will come back. But, that's the thing. You need people building on it. So just because you can hype the crap out of something doesn't mean people are actually going to use it and build on it. Unless you pull all the community off Ethereum onto Kaspa, then we can see Kaspa being the next best thing. Is that going to happen? Probably not. So we do really got to realize here, how big could things actually get? If you could have the best tech in the world, the best anything, but if people don't use it, it's just another coin. Who cares about it? And we might not even be talking about. We're going to be talking next bear market where there's going to be new coins emerging. We're going to be talking about them, and everything we're talking about now is gone. Just like last cycle, we were all talking about Ergo is going to be the next best thing. It's going to be freaking awesome. We're talking about how great Flux is going to be. Flux still has great potential, obviously. Don't get me wrong there. But we're talking about a lot of other coins then, and now we don't really talk about them at all ever. We're talking about Alephium and Kaspa and Radiant and all these other coins and Pyron and Carlson Hash and forks all over the place, Spectre, and we don't care about those other coins anymore. And that could be the same thing next cycle. We're probably not going to care and forget about all this even happened, and we're going through a new cycle, new coins, new stuff, new hardware, new everything. So it's going to be very interesting times as each cycle goes through its whole thing. It's a war between companies, which not benefits the community at all. Yes and no. Sometimes those wars can be good. Obviously with the price drops, it could be good. The only thing as communities and stuff that we realize is when those prices start dropping, it's because either one, obviously the profitability, actually the obvious reason, let's just get down here. We can say companies are fighting each other all they want. The bottom line is the reason the prices are dropping is because nobody's buying them anymore. They need to get more sales out there. And maybe they want to get rid of inventory for, like we said, there's a new miner coming. So you could call it, I guess, a company war all you want, back and forth. Iceriver started with cheaper miners and the best pricing like they always do. Bitmain's dropping their prices, but it's bottomed down where, people are seeing the profitability dropping so fast now. That's why they try to sell as many as they can. Day frickin' one. So they can get all those expensive miners out the door ASAP and capitalize as much as possible. And then as soon as that, they all get turned on, we see now the profits are next to pretty much junk. Now they're falling down here, and then they got to start dropping. No one's buying them anymore, so they got to start dropping their prices here. So you can call it a company back and forth all they want. They're following the same suit. Point is, no one's buying their miners like they were because the profitability is lower, so they need to get rid of that stock, and they need to sell their hardware. They drop their prices down. That's pretty much what the bottom line comes down to. We don't talk about the other coins because they aren't profitable. Exactly. We're miners. I say that all the time, and people get mad at me. Oh, why are you saying this? Why are you doing that? Blah, blah. It's not that I don't like the coins and stuff like that. It's just that I don't really, I don't care. It's the honest truth. I say this countless times again. I don't care about that coin. I don't care about the coin. We're miners. We're talking about profitability. we only go to, you know, hardware. GPUs are slowly getting profitable again since the latest forks, removing the entity. So we're seeing Pyron and Carlson Hash slowly coming back for GPUs. That's awesome. Might be time to start mining up some GPUs again. CPUs have been the most profitable things for the past 3 years. Flat out, you cannot argue that they haven't been, because they've been destroying GPUs every way, shape, and form in terms of profitability and efficiencies. So things are slowly starting to come together. CPU profits are dropping, yes, with the markets and stuff. So, you know, we slide into that. But the point is, we're all about profits. We're looking at profitability. We don't really care. You know, a lot of people don't care about decentralization and things that you're supposed to care about. You know, we try to sometimes mention it. You should spread out your hash rate and things like that. But the bottom line, everything is profit driven. And me and my channel, that's all it's ever been about. Not about pumping coins, not about talking about how this coin is better than that coin. I don't really care. All the coins are all constantly fighting on Twitter. They look like 3-year-olds, you know, whatever, throwing sand at each other, saying mommy. You know, that's what it all looks like. And it makes them look like kind of retards, in my honest opinion. But they shouldn't be fighting. Everyone should kind of be together. But when it comes to blockchains and the coins, I don't care. Yeah, it's a mining channel. We look at efficiencies and hash rates, and that's all we care about here on the Rabid Mining channel. Isn't it not? That's all we focus on, is about profitability and trying to keep our profits up. Whether it's a stupid crap coin that everyone says is crap, but it's making you money, mine the crap out of it. Who cares what people say? People care about what people think about them way too much out there. Who cares what people think about whatever coin, anything? If you're making a profit on your hardware, mine away with your head up and a smile on your face. You know, if the other coin is obviously better, you know, you can obviously just sell it, buy that coin, and wait for it to move up or something. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is all profit driven, and that's what we, you know, mostly care about when we look at, you know, crypto projects and stuff for proof of work. All we focus on is Pyron and Carlson. Well, right now, that's definitely looking like the thing to do. If we come into hashrate.no right here, and we kind of look at the profits, looks like Pyron. Oh, Zealous is popping up now. Oh, the CMP 170 series coming back up. But Pyron and Carlson Hash, you can dual mine both Carlson and Pyron at the same time, as Pyron didn't really change their algorithm much. It's pretty much the exact same thing. So it's still more of a core base. All of a sudden, Carlson forked over to Fish Hash, which is memory based. So now you're pointing your core side of your card over to Pyron, and you're pointing your memory side over to Carlson, and that's, you know, allows you to fully utilize that. Now, the other thing you can see, it's not as profitable to mine both at the same time as versus the 4090 right now only on Pyron, is because this also results into a lot more power usage and stuff. It's not like merge mining that we see with L9s and things like that. Dual mining is using more of your GPU. You're losing hash rate on both coins, but you're also bringing up your power, but you're trying to capitalize and getting more bags of each thing. Personally, myself, I never really did like dual mining. I like to go full on one coin when I do. Now, obviously, if you're full out on Pyron and Carlson pumps, you miss that bag, and, you know, dual mining might have been better, or you might be full out on Carlson and, you know, Pyron pumps, then you miss that one, vice versa. Point is, you know, you are using more power. Look at a long time ago. Everyone was dual mining with ALEPH. ALEPH was the side one that you were dual mining on the memory side, or was it the core side? No, core side there. And then you were mining other coins that were like memory based and stuff, and you're getting that ALEPH. But back then, you know, even then I said, you know, why don't you just straight out mine ALEPH? Imagine if you ignored the whole freaking dual mining thing. I don't know what everyone was mining back then. I think that's back when Flux and Raven and everything were still being talked about when ALEPH first came out, same when Kaspa first came out. But if you would have just directly mined that with your full support right out of the get-go, how many ALEPH coins would you have right now, and how big of a freaking smile would you have on your face? Again, it's gambling. You never freaking know. But I don't really like the dual mining thing because of that extra power draws. And if, for example, you know, you tweak your rigs for one thing, then you start dual mining. If you're like your 80, 90% capacity and you start dual mining something, you're going to blow your power supplies. You're going to, you know, blow some breakers up, maybe overload one of your wires. You really got to take into account this extra power and these other things you do. It's just like setting up your entire farm and your whole power supply, and say you max out your electricity and everything for back when Ethereum was still around and when there was proof of work. And then all of a sudden everyone had to move over to Ravencoin. You're going to be blowing stuff up, because people don't realize that that's using quite a bit more power. So you really got to think about your infrastructure and not just swap around, especially with GPUs, because there's so many different power consumptions out there for a lot of these coins, moving from memory to core base and, you know, fast core base, which was lithium and Kaspa and stuff like that, which was nice and efficient. Then you're going to straight core, you know, ASIC resisting things like prog pow and kapow. That's, you know, you're blowing up a whole bunch of stuff there. Explain what the freak is minting. Nerd Things, thank you for the US $2. So again, that's blockchain stuff. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but minting is creating the coin. You're creating that asset. You know, you hear about, you know, someone just made Pepe or they're minting coins. So minting the coins, like when we're going to see the block rewards, you know, Verus is a good example of this, is when you go into it and then you do whatever you got to do within their Kasplex wallet. On Verus, you do it whatever thing they do it with. But the point is, you create your asset, you put in all the stuff you need to do, the emission, whatever the heck you got to do to involve to do that. And then you got to pay a whole bunch of Kaspa coins, I guess, to mint those. In Verus's case, you got to pay a whole bunch of Verus. And then as soon as you hit the mint button or send it or whatever to actually mint it, that's when the huge come in, because you're sending a huge chunk of, you know, your coins to mint that, and then the minting gets, you know, turned on chain and all this stuff, and that's the minting process. Pretty much creating and enabling that asset on the chain is minting. And then, you know, after that takes however many blocks for that to go through, like Verus, I think it took a little while where we did see Verus coin saw huge block rewards as well for, you know, 10 blocks, 20 blocks, you know, 100 blocks, whatever, however long it took to slowly get all the transactions and, you know, the fees through all the blocks. And then it's just normal transaction fees again. Nothing higher in block rewards, just steady as it always was. So that's the minting process, and that's why we're probably going to see, you know, for a couple days, depending how busy it really gets at first. I do expect the first few days tomorrow, when KRC20s go live, to get extremely busy, as people are just going to be minting things like crazy. I don't know how much Kaspa it's going to cost, but yeah, minting is pretty much creating the asset and putting it on chain. So that's the minting process, and then to send that asset around, it's just normal transaction fees in Kaspa as your gas fee and stuff, obviously. But it's just that those are going to be very low. So once all these, you know, assets and people are playing are done minting, we're just going to see the same block rewards we have been. We might see a 0.2 difference higher, maybe, if we're lucky, once everything is smoothed out and no one's really minting anything anymore. So that's kind of when the capitalization comes in, is during that minting process. Is KRC just minting meme coins, NFTs, etc.? Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. I don't know if the NFTs things are there, but example, the big one that was last time on their mainnet test was Nacho. Nacho was the big minting coin that happened on the last mainnet test a couple months ago for Kaspa. So that's what that was all about there, is they were minting Nacho, getting a bunch of coins out and stuff, and that was causing high fees. There might have been some other ones, because I can't see just one coin causing such an influx in fees for so long, but maybe it did. I don't know. I didn't really, again, that's blockchain stuff, guys. I'm not following that. All I know is, you know, we could see price or block reward spike, and that's what we're hoping to capitalize here as miners. You can't mint for almost nothing on RXD. Yeah, like Radiant has a great token thing there. That's where Son of a Tech has his. I do not know at all how the minting process works, like what you got to go through, typing the coins in and how much it costs and emissions and things like that. But you can make mineable tokens and everything on Radiant, and that's where Son of a Tech actually made his token. And, you know, that was a big thing for a lot of people, is how their tokens actually work on chain is, you know, made a lot of people excited. What do we got here? So minting is creating an asset. RTM can do that already? No, RTM cannot do that yet, but today or tomorrow, that's going to be interesting, because Kaspa is going to be tomorrow. Raptorium might be tomorrow as well, because today's the 14th. It's the last day. So the first 7 days went through, obviously. We're on the last day of the next 7 days for the grace period of everyone having to update their nodes to have at least 85% online for the smart nodes to implement it. And that's today. So we might see Kaspa and RTM assets enabling live tomorrow. Again, I have to look into that. Maybe it's going to be the 16th, the 17th. Not 100% sure, but based on the timeline I seen before, today should technically be the last day of the grace period. So we should see assets when that fork happens anytime. But Rabid, KRC20 is supposed to be our savior. Yes, Retro Mike, it's supposed to be. It's going to be like Ethereum, pre 1559 with Ethereum, we saw block rewards get extremely high and miners were loving it. We're eating that crap up daily. Like, yes, give me some more. People, use this stupid chain, mint something else. We want these higher block fees. That's pretty much what it is. As a miner, I could care less what Kaspa's really doing. 1 second blockchains, tech is there, blah, blah, blah. I don't care at all. Zero, zilch, nada. But if those block rewards go up and we're getting a whole bunch more because people are minting the crap out of stuff, I got a smile on my face. And a lot of you guys will as well. It sounds like they're talking about having USDT. They want USDT. We need to get USDT on here and all this stuff. But I really think that's going to be really hard. You need to show a lot more going on before you're going to be able to pull things like that away from Ethereum and other coins. But we'll see what happens. Kaspa crash tomorrow, likeliness, thoughts on chain congestion and possible halting. That's a great question, Retro Mike, as they claim, well, they did go through an extensive test net, but then again, you got to remember these test nets are perfect. And I don't know really. I remember the big excuse on the first mainnet one was their mainnet was designed at 10 blocks per second, and they tried it live on 1 blocks per second, which makes sense, because you're getting 10 blocks, you can fit a lot more fees within that 1 second time. Remember, Kaspa, when they go to 10 blocks per second, same with Pyron, when they tried to go to 10, now they're back to 1. Nothing changes emission-wise. Nothing changes for us. Nothing changes for sending to an exchange. It's still based on 1 second time, so confirmation is still every 1 second, even though they times it by 10 to make it, instead of needing 100 confirmations, and now it's 1,000. It's still going to be the same amount of time. The only thing that changes, and as far as I'm aware, Retro Mike can fix me on this, is the emission is exactly the same. There's dividing the block reward by 10. That's all that's happening there. And it's still the same amount of Kaspa being distributed every 1 second. It's not going to take the current block reward and times that by 10, and everyone's getting out 10 times more coins, every second. That's not happening. And the only thing that's really the 10 blocks per second or even faster, I believe Kaspa wants to eventually go way faster than 10. 10 is just their first step here. But all that's going to do is allow, because as you're fitting so much information, I guess the fees within each block, you're allowing 10 blocks to happen each second now. So you're fitting 10 times more fees in that 1 second between those 10 blocks now, is how I think. And that's going to keep transaction fees down quite a bit. So I think that's the only thing that all these fast block rewards is really doing is, keeping the fees down. They're based on keeping fees down there. But when it comes to emissions and mining, nothing's going to change at all. That is all exactly the same. Confirmations to exchanges, exactly the same. Confirmations to sending to a wallet and sending to your friend or something, exactly the same. There's no magic speed up happening on the network. The network is going to run the exact same speed. That's how I kind of get it. Am I wrong? Let me know there, Retro Mike. What do we got here? Red Panda, I sold all my Kaspa. He's lying, guys. He's lying. Because he you want to know, you know that big wallet when you go to that thing and it says freaking Aquaman? That's Red Panda. Red Panda is not a panda, a cute little red thing running around. He's more like Aquaman with a Wolverine attitude. I met him. He's crazy. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. It's not. Okay. But he is probably Aquaman. So he didn't sell it all because Kaspa would be at 0 right now. 0. Oh, man. What's going on? What do we got? We're at 110. Oh, Panda must be done streaming now. Seeing how he's in the live chat here. Drop quick Wad UK. Assets live on RTM chain. Less than 2 days. Okay, so it's less than 2 days. So, yeah, today's the last day of the grace period. So, I guess a day or two, day and a half. So, that's sometime soon. Tomorrow, KRC 20s. It's funny. Some people say KFC. I always mess that up, though. But, yeah. Where come rabbit mining name? Rabbit? I don't know. Alice in Wonderland, maybe. It'd be Rabbit, but I'm Rabid. Actually, Rabid came from, if you really want to know background, is, I don't know, long time ago from playing video games. I was always, didn't know what to have a name. I started with like Crazy, and then I joined this one guild, RDH, and then they were called Rabid Dogs of Hell. And, that is a world guild, and they're freaking huge. And then, I was like, I'm going to change my name. I just went to Rabbit. So I just went to Rabbit, and I started playing as Rabbit Gaming and things like that. And then I just eventually just said, you know what? Then we went to Rabid Mining, and I just stayed with Rabbit for everything. RPM equals the entity. Yeah. Good God, we just doubled the RxD hash rate now. 395 terahash now? What? 395? I'm seeing 736 on Radiant. RxD here is at, I see 736. Viper. Yeah, you guys just smashed out something here. Let's take a look at this rig. What happened? Miners. Who just came online? 77.41 mega hash. What is this? What is this super long one here? Is this like an exchange wallet? A lot of Q's in that one. Anyway, so let's take a look at this guy. What's he got rocking? GPU. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got a troll. Is this Panda? Panda, is this you? Did you get like some new miners in you want to test? So you're trying to troll the world? Oh, can you guys even see that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at the worker name. GPUs 66.05 megahash. NVIDIA is mining Radiant, guys, on their new frickin' AI cards. Or that's Red Panda. Red Panda broke in, got a backdoor deal from NVIDIA. Look at that. GPUs can officially the best miners on Radiant. Proofs right there, because that's legit. That is legit. You guys agree? That's legit, right? It says GPUs right on it. That has to be a GPU. No one would do that. That's crazy though. They got a massive proxy going on. So yeah, one worker, massive proxy, 66 mega hash. Well, the 24-hour average is 72 mega hash. That is insane. What are these guys making? What kind of profits are we looking at here? 24 hours. Actually, I'm kind of disappointed. What's this guy using in power? Because that's only $968 a day. 120.6 coins. Wow, this guy's 66 mega hash here. That don't seem right. 77. Yeah, wow. That's. I think that guy would be in the terahashes or something crazy. So what do we got? See, but the network here is at 700. 207. Yeah, there's someone just put on like 200 freaking terahash, not 60 some mega hash. What's happening here? Maybe, does worker not show up yet? RPM off of Zealous. No, maybe his worker didn't show up yet. I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. 736 terahash, 403 terahash on Viper. That is an insane amount of hash rate. That is so much hash rate. Absolutely so much hash rate. That's insane. That's definitely Red Panda, right? Isn't it? You're gonna need. I think he's upgrading from 400 amp to however many amps and megawatt is. The Panda megawatt farm. Don't you dare take my RPM on Kaspa. I am radiant. 600 volt. You was looking at Zealous. Was I looking at Zealous for real? Oh, hold on. I messed that right up. Okay. Radiant. Miners. Did I butcher that? Oh, this looks better. Yeah, I butchered that, guys. I failed. Epic failure. Okay, so now we got W3. Yeah, I guess the address is totally different than what we were looking at. So we have the top one here is at 196.8. Second place is 187. So this must be the same person that's rocking two different addresses. So let's just see what this guy's doing now. All right, let's have a look here. Okay, this looks better. This looks a little better here. This guy's making over $6,000 a day. 6.2K. 3.6 million coins. Wow. Additional earnings plus donations. Dragon Ball, are you like testing out some new stuff? Oh yeah, 70 by 71 and 3.21. Okay, interesting. Let's just have a look. I just want to go back here and look at. Okay, I'm gonna go to both addresses. Are their workers all named the same? Oh yeah, look at that. 70 by 71. 17 by 77. 17 by 91. So yeah, we're definitely looking like the same person here is rocking. Just decided to throw on a second batch. I just got to watch and see if these get higher hash rate or not over time. There's not 61 workers here. That's insane. That is insane. ASIC testing has undergone, or this is Red Panda testing. Definitely looking like Entity or someone is plopping online here. Maybe it's Bitmain. Maybe it's Bitmain. Spicy Dragon Balls. Fractured Bitcoin is live. ASIC. What? The entity back. Deep fried dragon. Yeah, I'm off Exelis now. You're on Exelis. I am what's going on here? 61 more Dragon Balls. Okay, love me some. You guys are insane. Stop talking about that stuff. That's just not right. That's not right. Absolutely not right. What else did we want to look at? There's something else here. I forgot what it was. We saw the KS5 drop. I think we kind of went through everything, didn't we? Yeah, we went through everything. Pretty much, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the live chat, see if you guys have questions and stuff. What do you guys want to talk about? What do we got? Twitch there, Scaper. Happy to see you on the Twitch there. Oh, Scaper and Fud's over there on the Twitch there. I often forget. Your name checks out. What name is that? Crypto Pounder 4. Zealous is the crap GPUs. Is for crap GPUs. Oh. No, let's take a look at that actually. Let's look into let's go into the mining pool stats here. Let's just have a look. Like in terms of emissions. Oh, Ravencoin passed Zealous. Look at that. It's neck and neck, but Ravencoin is now the 9th coin. Actually, it's the top coin for GPUs right now at $63,000. Zealous is still, pretty darn close at 61. Where's our next GPU? Conflux, 49. We got Chlor at 31. So what does this mean? Like I always say, emissions and stuff, and we're talking about this. Like, oh, well, that coin's not profitable, and that coin's whatever. But when you look at the emission schedules of coins, these high coins here, like in theory right now, Ravencoin, it can support the most amount of GPUs, before it breaks even price, stuff like that. It's paying the most amount to the GPU miners out there per 24 hours, followed by Zealous. So these are, in theory, should be the largest networks in hash rate and have the highest securities as well. Because if you come in there and say, oh, Zealous, that's not very profitable. Well, in theory, based on the emission schedule, they're paying you guys way more than these other coins. Like, let's just take a look. What's Pyron, which is the most currently the most profitable right now, as we saw earlier. If we go to Pyron here, as well as Carlson, let's take a look. Like, what are these things paying in emissions? Pyron is only paying $14,000. $14,000. That can hardly even cover Panda's farm alone, let alone anybody else trying to mine it. Then we got Carlson here. That's only $5,000. So not very much. These coins, even though they're the most profitable, the reason they are currently the most profitable right now, based on this, is because nobody's mining it. That's the bottom line. There's not hash rate on it. You bring in, 25% of the hash rate that's on Ravencoin right now, these coins are negative because it can't support it. They're done. They're dead. They really need their price to really start plugging along to support that hash rate. So looking at coins through an emission schedule like this is a way to say, are you mining the better coin? Are you mining a coin that could pump the most? Right now, because, Pyron is looking profitable and stuff, obviously your yields are going to be extremely high. If 25% of the hash rate decides, holy crap, I'm moving the Pyron, those yields are gone. They're zero. And along with that profitability, same thing with Zealous. These are much larger chains here. Then we got Conflux, Chlorus here, Flux is in here at 30,000. We got, that's Octa.Space is ASIC at this point. We got, that's ASIC at this point now. We got Dynex. Dynex and Pyron are neck and neck here at 13,000 apiece. So that's crazy. That's insane. Like, what is the total here? So what do we got? Say 13, say 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got like 27,000 here. And then we're coming up to Flux. I'm just going to do a quick add up here. It's going to be off by a few thousand, but we got 27,000. We're going to add, say, 31,000. Going to add in Chlorus 31,000. And we're going to come up to Zealous's 61,000. And then, Ravencoin's 63,000. And then, maybe add on an extra 5,000 just because, the 0.3s and 5s and 9s and stuff in there. That's only 218,000. All these coins that we just looked at in the top 25 for GPUs of the top coins, which are GPU, is $218,000 in 24 hours. That's being dished out to the GPU miners out there. And, if we look back previous Ethereum, when it was a crap price of only $1,600, that was still 21 million. We still have a long ways to go to really say, you know what, we're back. Profits are ready to roll. We're going to be making mad money here. So it's a totally different strategy right now. Whether it's GPU or CPU mining at all, you're going to want to be mining right now. And that's one of the things Panda has always been saying. Turn on your frickin' rigs. You know, turn them on, get them running now, because when altcoin season comes, they're going to spike, but it's not going to last. So all the hash rate's going to flood to these coins. Say Raven coin goes to whatever all-time high, plus all the hash rate's going to move to it because it's looking extremely profitable on a profit calculator. But, you know, it's only going to last a month or something. Then it's dead again. It's going to be gone. And then, you know, Zealous might pump the following month, and then it's going to last a few weeks to a month. Then it's going to be dead again. So we're not going to have a steady income of bull market mining. We're having an altcoin season here, and it's not going to last very long. So we're probably not going to see a huge influx of, you know, GPUs costing 10 times more than they should be. It's just going to be up, down, and, you know, everyone's going to be sad again. So you mine your coins now. The yields are high than what they're going to be. So you get your coins now, and you hope and you pray and you get on your knees and you say, please, gods of mining, let my bag be the one to be sent to the moon. You know, something like that. And then you make millions of dollars, and then you wait for the next round and you buy more hardware and you do it all over again. Awesome times. Awesome times. What do we got here? Red Panda Body, not Rabid. The only people who benefit right now is people with lower electric, so forget the people who have higher electric. No, that's very true too. Like 15-cent power plus sucks. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. We're just going from the yield standpoint here, but let's see, what does 15 cent look like? 15 cent is, well, you're still making something here, but obviously that, I think the best case scenario, like if you're really trying, it's a lot of work these days. You try to snag a coin like when it releases like today, get on it ASAP, hopefully it gets something, you sell it, and then you move it to another coin. Now, you can buy coins. I don't like talking about buying coins because we're a mining channel. We, at the start of this, you know, I said, you know, I don't really care about the blockchains. I don't care about the coins. It's profit driven is all we really look at, efficiencies and hardware. And, you know, what a blockchain and stuff is doing in their technical terms, stuff like that. I could care less about it personally because, you know, I just care about the mining aspect. So I don't buy coins. Go watch a trading channel. You know, it's honest opinion. Watch a trading channel if you want to know how to buy coins. Obviously, if you're in the negatives based on your power price, it makes more sense to buy that coin, because if you're using, if you were spending $300 a day, you know, mining that coin in electricity, but you're only making like, and you're only getting like $280 worth of coins, you're spending more on electricity because it's negative, it makes more sense to buy the coin. You end up with more coins for that coin to pump in that altcoin season. So yeah, you know, depending on your power price, there's a lot of different ways to look at things. Technically right now, you are in profitable range on Pyron and Carlson here, but it comes down to power price. And it comes down to the newest hardware too. Like that's another thing, like 15-cent power, we're seeing those profits are dropping extremely fast. Getting into that 3000 series, we're already dead. 3070 is only making 1 cent, and it's Block X plus Pyron. Like what? It's not even these coins here. But yeah, as you go down in price, it doesn't matter. And then obviously I bet you 20-cent power here, you're probably, are you profitable on it? Only 10 cents here on a CMP, and then you're down to, you know, 40, 80 and less of a GPU, you're in the negative. So yeah, power price definitely is a factor. I am at 11 to 12 cents. Oh, not 21. So for me, yeah, you know, it makes sense for me to turn on some GPUs. And in theory, I think this is actually making a little bit more than my, well, it depends on the GPUs. Most of mine are 3070s and 3080s. So like 3070, 18 cents here, 64. So 64, that's Block X and Pyron though. So 64 cents. And I haven't done any updates for anything for quite some time now. What if I come into, do I have my spreadsheet up? Yeah, I do right here. Oh yeah, that's another thing we're going to look at this, but we'll look at that after. Because now I want to go into here and see like what Spectre and stuff is looking like, because it has been dipping pretty good. But again, those yields are looking pretty good also. I shouldn't say anything about that because now people are going to move there. Sad day. Where's Spectre Explorer? Right here. Spectre engage. There we go. So yeah, we're down to only 138 mega hash from over 200. So that's not too shabby. We are sitting at 0.0038 in the price though. Oh, and we do have a block reward reduction that happened last week. I don't think I have that in my sheet, so I have to adjust that. So 11 SPR. So I just got to make sure that my block rewards are right. So right now it's paying that. So let me just see. 86,400 times 11. So 950,000. Yes, it's still too high. We're at 972. So the block rewards are now 950,400. Boom. And the current price of Spectre is, what do we got here now? 0038. Where's 38? Where's 38? Where's 38? 0038. All right, so coming in, hash rate. Oh, why is this? Oh, duh, it's too small. 41 cents. Is that right? Oh, 73 cents. So, you know what? 7950X and stuff is still making 73 cents before power. So that's actually more than the 4070s and stuff. So technically, my 7950Xs are still doing pretty good, even with the price being so low. Now, this was recently just pumped up again to 0.00. It's almost hit 1 cent there a couple times not too long ago, and then it drops back down to 0.003. Will it come back? That's the deciding factor. But oh wait, I didn't even adjust the network hash rate yet. Ooh, we got to do that. So we're down to 134 mega hash now. So we got to drop our hash rate down 134. We're down to 134. So wow. So I'm actually at $1.11 now on the 7950X before power costs. And this uses about 145 watts. So 145 times 24 divided by 1,000. And now I'm going to times that by 0. I guess my power is 11. So it's 38 cents. I'm only using 38 cents a day in power at $1.11. So, you know, I'm profit of like 60 to 70 some cents. That's pretty good. Let's look at 15 cent power. That's 52 cents. So you're still like 60 cent profit there at 15 cent power. Let's take a look at a 3900X right quick here. What are those hashing at? I got to see what those are hashing at. Quick peek of the hash rates. All right. 39 is, you know, 19.8 to 20. So I'll put 19.88 in here. 19.88 is at 53 cents. So a 3900X is around 53 cents, which is a little bit lower, I guess, than the what we're seeing over here, the 4070, 57. But then again, I don't have any of those. I have 3070. So where's the 3070? 64 cents, 53. So versus the 3900Xs, my 3060 Ti's and 3070s are technically making a little more before any type of power cost. They are using about the same amount of power. So in theory right now, to really capitalize and make an extra 10 cents a day, I would, I guess, shut down the 3900X and fire up my GPU stuff again to really capitalize on that. I'm really close to power limited again. I might be able to get a way to fire my GPUs up. So I might have to do that again. So basic, you know, taking a look at that stuff, we're on par with 39. GPUs are currently on par with the 3900Xs right now in the 3060 Ti, 3070 range. I'm over 2K in Kaspa since January. I'm like 2,600 or something. Bring rigs to your job, crank everything to max, fans, etc. You're heading to the barn to set up the, what is that, ubiquitous bridge and GPUs. Peace, bros. Okay, have fun. Have fun in the barn. We know what the next few videos are about. Barn stuff. Setting up, I don't even know what that is. Is that a brand name? Or is it, what's the bridge? That's like a networking thing. I am horrible with networks. I don't know nothing about networking. You guys can all hack me like now. What do we got here? Load SRV miner on every computer. Mine Zeph. Zeph has been doing some things here too. What is it at? Like, it's not too profitable right now, but looking into, you know, if we're talking about yields and price gains, let's just see what Zeph's at right now. No, Carlson Zeph. Zephyr. 538, 451 to 538, $1.72. Not the greatest. This is up 30%, but it's down. It's down a lot from, you know, when it was at $50. It'd be nice to see Zeph hang out as a normal around the $5. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Keep it the way it is, actually. Keep it right now. If Zeph could stay at $1.50 to $1.50 to $2 for the next couple months, I guess, and if you really want to stack it, now would be a time because I'll keep that hash rate low. We're talking about perfect conditions here. And then next year, if something breaks out when altcoin season hits and we see $100 to $400 Zeph, you're going to have a smile on your face. Absolute freaking smile, because I know I will. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Zeph will pump past $100. I'm thinking to capitalize of a maximum around 400, because that's what Monero did. Sure, they're doing different things, and it's slightly different. And I believe, I don't know if XMR was on tail emissions by the first bull run that it's seen. I'm not 100% sure. Zeph is still a ways away from tail emissions, so I don't know. We might have to wait. But, you know, I think as long as everything goes good on chain and everything, we could see an XMR type of event occur across Zephyr. Will it happen? No idea. No idea. You know, it's speculation. We have no freaking idea what's going to pump. We don't. Zero. If someone tells you they know what coin's going to pump and when, they're lying to you. Ignore them. Because we don't know. We're hoping. You know, we're looking at the timeline when these things do happen and should happen, but we still don't know exactly if it's actually going to happen and which ones it's going to hit and how high they will go. No one has an idea what that's going to do, but we do know timelines. Rab, are you still holding all your Zeph? 100% I am. You want me to open up my wallet and prove it? Where is my wallet actually? Uh-oh. Is there any hidden stuff in your Zeph wallet? I don't know. Where is my Zeph wallet? Oh man, I lost it. Yeah, oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, it's right there. Kaspa will pump. I'm not lying. It's most likely it will pump. I'm not lying saying it won't either. It most likely will pump. There's a lot of hype and, you know, stuff happening with Kaspa to bring it to that type of level. But yeah, we just don't know what it's going to hit. Hopefully at least $1. Don't tell me you holding gram. Yeah, I still got my gram. I got all my stuff. I got most of my stuff. I only sell my coins if I absolutely have to. You know, if I have to, you know, if I need to cover power bills and stuff and I can't afford it otherwise or something, then yeah, I sell. That's when I sell my stuff. But if I don't have to, then I hold it. I haven't sold it. So I still got, you know, a lot of my stuff. Been mining and staking more and more Selvium every Friday. Any updates on TradeOgre Kaspa? I'm not actually sure. It seems like TradeOgre Kaspa, some people were getting withdrawals. Some people were. Some people weren't. Some people kept trying and they did. I haven't really heard anything about it for a few weeks now, ever since, you know, it sounded like people were finally getting withdrawals. So any of you guys out there still have Kaspa stuck in TradeOgre? Then let me know. Like, comment and say, hey, yeah, mine's still stuck. What the heck's going on? Keep trying. That's all I can say. Keep on trying. You'll try a couple times every day until it finally happens. I just don't know. It's just that some people were, you have 50K. Tactics still has 50K stuck. Damn. I don't know. You still have 4K stuck. All right. So obviously, you know, that was fast. We already have people stuck with quite a bit there. So keep trying, guys. That's the only thing I can really say is that is horrible. Keep on trying. Carlson Devs fixed TradeOgre wallet. Oh, from the fork and everything? Yusuf Putz said he got all his out. Kaspa Devs only need to contact TradeOgre. The fee on TradeOgre for Kaspa is dumb. How much is it? 100? Am I reading that? Seeing that right? No, stupid heart's in the way. Is there another zero there or is it 10? 10 Kaspa fee or 100 Kaspa fee? Someone say something so Amplified Gamers chat moves up a little bit more. One more notch. There we go. 100. Holy crap. It's 100? That's insane. Wow. Yeah, that is stupid. Imagine if, see, when Kaspa goes to $1, you essentially withdrew it. You paid them $100 to pull out your Kaspa. Thanks, TradeOgre. You're awesome. You're doing me a great service. Yeah, thumbs up to you. Yeah, as if. Order failed when attempting. Huh. That's insane. That's a high, like, I think most places are what, 10 Kaspa? So they decided, maybe they messed up their button. They thought, okay, we're going up 10 block per second there. We may as well 10x our freaking rewards or withdrawal fees. Rabid mining, you have a good Zeph bag. It depends. Some people definitely have bigger ones than me. Mine's okay, I suppose. It's a decent Zeph bag. Can't sell either. They're doing what? Because a lot of people bought it for 10 cents for Kaspa when Kaspa was like 18 cents. That's insane. 268,000 Kaspa stuck. So you have 268,000 Kaspa stuck on TradeOgre, Steve? Holy crap. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Are you staking your Zeph? I don't know how it works all for staking. No, I am not staking it because I don't know how it works either, and I don't want to do something stupid and lose it all. I'm just holding the Zeph coin. As for their reserve coin and all that stuff works, I could care less. I am mining the mining coin. That is the Zeph coin itself. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't care about the coins and the chains and stuff, and all the other stuff is staking and stuff. I don't know how it works, and I don't care how it works. I just want the Zeph coin, and hopefully it pumps. That's the bottom line when I look at Zephyr. I don't care about that other stuff. Well, that's bad. I got my cheap Bitcoin roller, something like that. Anyway, guys, so I guess we're going trade. Wait, TradeOver is keeping 250K. 500 USDT turned into 10K USDT. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's insane. That's the way crypto works. $500 to 10K. Why not, right? Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up, guys. I do appreciate everyone for showing up to this live stream, and we'll be back for our AMA live tomorrow. I probably missed something, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Rabid out.